Are you serious? Are you serious? Guys, get some coffee and just calm down. But never, never, never again. I'm telling you that right now. Let me tell you all about that in just a second. First, let's put a shout out if we could. And I need to throw that out there, first of all, to tell you that, guys, we have to put a disclaimer. Do we have to? Well, I will. All right. Some of the content and information of this video is for entertainment only. I mean, just pure entertainment, pure joy, pure entertainment. Are you serious? But a lot of it is dead serious. Never, never again. But let me just say this real quickly. AI is getting smarter every day. So are the hackers using it. Your bank account, your retirement, your savings, all of it is sitting on a server protected by a password AI can crack in seconds. How much of your wealth exists only as a number on a screen? I mean, you need something. You need something AI can't touch. All right. Noble Gold Investment is helping Americans secure physical gold held in their hand. And literally, guys, click on that link below the video. Go to www.pastorpaulgold.com. That's www.pastorpaulgold.com. Or call them on the phone at 877-646-5347 and tell them Pastor Paul said to help them set up a gold or silver IRA or help sell them some gold and silver. Matter of fact, look at this. If you qualify, and you probably do, they'll give you 1/10 of an ounce, a gold coin. This is an American Eagle gold coin. They'll give it to you for free, $500 worth free, just simply because you qualified to set up a gold or silver IRA. Find out how you can. It's time. It's time. You'll be glad that you did. Well, guys, I have breaking news everywhere here, but I'm going to start with this. Heidi sent this to me as she's traveling out there. And she sent this to me. This is the latest. The FBI is now announcing that they stopped an assault on the White House during a UFC event. They stopped it stone cold. Here's what happened. 5 individuals, okay? And I want to make sure my sound is correct. So can I just double check that real fast? Because I don't, I just want it to sound good. Okay. And everything, okay? Here's what they're saying. 5 different individuals are reportedly in custody right now by the FBI. They stopped them on an alleged plot to attack the White House during the UFC event. The scene could have been a bloodbath. Officials have reported that the plan involved using explosive-laden drones to hit buildings near the event, which would have forced a mass evacuation and steered the crowd into the firing range of a pre-staged sniper team. The plotters also allegedly planned to storm the White House gate. The FBI first learned of this threat earlier in the month, and investigators later uncovered the signal chat in which multiple messengers allegedly discussed the attack plan. One suspect reportedly told law enforcement that the goal was to target the capitalist elites, the billionaires, or their politicians who received their donations from the American Israel Public Affairs Committee. They were going after the Israeli Americans who were in attendance. The event had over 4,000 people in attendance around the White House and 80,000 around the mall in the Washington Mall. So this was the plot, was to blow some buildings, blow some explosions, get people afraid and start running, and then be sitting there waiting and picking them off one by one. And then another group storming the gates of the White House and targeting the billionaires and their politicians, and really specifically the Jewish, the American Israel Public Affairs Committee. Guys, this was a demonic plan of biblical proportion. Also, I got to tell you, this just happened a few minutes ago. 8 people are believed dead. A B-52 bomber has crashed during a test mission at Edwards Air Force Base. And this has happened about, the report just came out about 59 minutes ago, but I think it happened about 4 hours ago. I repeat, a B-52 bomber has crashed at Edwards Air Force Base, killing believed to be all 8 occupants on board. This is a very tragic situation, to say the least. Okay, so we're keeping an eye on that, and I want to be sure that that is 100% that is accurate. So if you give me a moment, just to double, triple check this, because I don't want to be, off track on this. This is too important. Give me 1 second. Something's telling me to double check it, okay? Yeah. 8 crew members are dead when this B-52 bomber crashed at California's Edwards Air Force Base. And it's a horrific scene. So please pray for the family of the fallen ones of the Air Force. These are all probably Air Force personnel. So our prayers are going out to them right now in the name of the Lord. Amen. Okay? Amen. Let me also tell you what else is going on. President Trump said today over at the G7 summit, he made the announcement, Iran will never have a nuclear weapon, and that the deal is going now into the second stage, according as we take a look at the Middle East crisis situation. U.S. President also told the press at the G7 that Benjamin Netanyahu has to be more responsible with respect to Lebanon. In other words, be a little more careful, a little more precise, a little more precision when he's taking out the Hezbollah fighters to try not to hurt the civilians. It's difficult because Hezbollah plants civilians in the buildings that they are storing weapons, so it becomes difficult. But Trump is saying, I need a little more restraint. Now, in his comments, Donald Trump also warned that all hell will rain down on Iran if it ever tries to get a nuclear weapon. The only thing that really matters to me, he said, is that Iran will never have nuclear weapons. And it says that loud and clear in this agreement, referring to the agreement with Iran that is already been signed electronically, but will be officially signed by J.D. Vance, the Vice President of the United States, and by the Speaker of the Parliament of Iran. Also, Graham Russell is saying that this useful explainer that Iran has long maintained its nuclear program is peaceful. They've always said it's peaceful and has not publicly committed to giving up the enriched uranium, which is believed to be buried under 3 different nuclear sites that are badly damaged by the United States in last year's midnight hammer. Okay, but Trump faces significant political pressure to secure a better deal on this issue than the one he sculptured during his first term. He withdrew the United States from the 2015 multilateral Iranian deal negotiated by Barack Hussein Obama that lifted sanctions on Iran in exchange for limits on its nuclear program, including international inspections. But Iran responded by ramping up its enriched uranium, producing more than 400 kilograms of material at close to bomb-grade purity, about 1,000 pounds of bomb-grade purity. That's enough, folks, to blow up several cities, okay? The eventual fate of that uranium is likely to be a key negotiating point during the upcoming broader talks. How do we get the 1,000 pounds of this nuke dust out of the bottom of these 3 badly destroyed nuclear facilities? The only thing that really matters to me is that Iran will never have a nuclear weapon. And it says it very loud and clear, once again, referring to the agreement that is being signed with Iran. So this is what's going on right now. I thought it's very important to get to you, to let you know what's happening. We're truly living in the end times. Now, we're going to be talking about this webinar called Beast Ascending, Alien Disclosure. The beast ascending. I am going to break down for you major portions of the book of Revelation and other prophecies in the Old Testament and the writings of the Gospels of Jesus Christ and Apostle Paul and Peter's writings. Okay, so I'm going to break it all down for you and give you some very important information, as well as reviewing where we are and how close is the Illuminati to bringing forth the mark of the beast. And that isn't just technologically, because technologically that's leading the way right now. Religiously, politically, and economically is also a major part of that. Now, in my brand new book coming out, Trump versus the Beast, which you can get pre-order right now, we address these issues in a big way. And there's a reason for that, because we are living in the times that the Bible said would come. And I'm telling you, we address this. I'll talk about that in more detail. You can get my book, Revelation 9:11, right now. Get it shipped to you right now. Or you can, and if you want an autographed copy, just go to my website and order it right now. I'll sign it and send it to you. Or you can order my brand new book along with Troy Anderson, my co-author, Trump versus the Beast. Oh man, is it good? In which we explain the 10 kings of Revelation prophecy. Who could be the 10 kings? Who are they, and what role do they play in this end time? As we are watching the prophecies of the Bible come to pass faster than we can imagine. Today, I'm actually going to be on the Jim Bakker. I'm taping 2 shows today with Jim Bakker. Good news is I can do it here from my home, patched into their studios. I'm going to be taping 2 shows today on the Jim Bakker show that will be airing very soon. We'll let you know when that comes. And also, this afternoon, I'm going to be taping Mike from around the world for what I believe to be the most important and maybe the best. And when I say that, I'm not saying the best webinar this year, but the best at this point. I think it's the best webinar ever that we've ever done, because the information that came from Joseph Z is incredible. Alan Didio really reveals his heart about the secret pastor meetings that took place with government agents. And also, Bishop Larry Ragland is just incredible in his the interviews are unbelievable, really. And Tony Merkel, the evangelist, who is really a UFOologist in a lot of ways, but a Christian who has been studying the alien situation and how it relates to the prophecies of the end days. And of course, Josh Peck, he was great in the same concept and questions. So we've got a lot going on right now. We've got a lot going on right now. The phones, as you can see, ringing off the hook. So it's going to be a big day. I'm going to be with you guys today several times and with a lot of information. How do you get a ticket? Go to my website right now. Go to www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. That's www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. Or pick up the phone and call 765-414-2230 and order your ticket right now, okay? And let me just play this song. I just feel like I need to. And this is in memory of my father who pastored for 50 years and who went on to be with the Lord on April the 21st. I just feel like I need to hear all about what God did in his life, and a blessing he was certainly to so many people.
From the mountains of Hazard, Kentucky, to the cornfields of Indiana, Charles Begley found the courage to be strong. Born during the Depression, through world His faith and love of God and country could be seen coming through. 65 years in love with my mama. His hands worked and towed the ground. He raised us 5 children, and the gospel was his sound. There's nobody that could be stronger. There's no one's faith that could last longer. The strength in Daddy's hands could be felt across the land. As he pastored in Stark County, Indiana, many souls the Lord would save.
Well, praise God. You know, this is the only song I've ever written in my life. And I wrote this 3 days before Daddy died. And I went out, I'd been sitting at his bedside and at the nursing home there. And I went outside and got in my car, and it just came. God just dropped it down out of heaven, and I just wrote it as fast as I could, and within 10 minutes. And I said, what am I going to do with this? And I sent it to Israel Hall, and I asked him, could you arrange music to this? Can you put music to this? And he said, give me 3 hours. And he came back in 5 with that beautiful sound. I want to thank him for that. And thank all of you for your prayers. Wow. Got a lot to go. We got a lot of work to do. I got a lot of work to do. And so the webinar is only 4 days away. Guys, are you serious? That webinar is only 4 days away. It's Friday, June 19th. Starting at 6 p.m., we're going to release. Wow. You're gonna binge watch this one. Might as well get some popcorn and get the family around and start watching and taking it in. And be sure you get a pad with paper and a notepad. You're going to need it, because this is incredible. What a great, great, great webinar this is. So get your tickets now. Go to my website at paulbegleyprophecy.com. That's www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. I'll be back with more. There's a ton of stuff happening, so I'll be right back with more right here on the coming apocalypse. Are you saved?